Sugar Ray, the band, big fan of theirs. Sugar Ray has even recorded, among other things, 2 very popular songs, but also a song I wrote in 6th grade.
Yeah, your song.
Called Psychedelic B. Mark McGrath did a remake of my Psychedelic B song, which...
made it sound better than you ever did.
Right. It sounded great, as a matter of fact. That's when I first became a fan of the band. I said, any band that can record my 6th grade songs and make them sound good has got to have some talent. Isn't that right, Mark?
Mark?
Yes.
Oh.
He fell asleep.
I thought he
Hey, Howard. Hey, Robin.
Hey, man.
What's happening, bro?
Hey, so, first of all, let me congratulate you. Is it true that you'll be the opening band for the Stones?
You know, we just opened for them last weekend. We played with them in Vegas and 2 shows in San Jose, dude. It was like a dream come true, obviously. It was amazing, man. They still rule, and the whole organization was really cool. So it was just, it was an incredible opportunity. It was amazing. And
is Jagger a good kisser?
Not as good as Ronnie.
Yeah. But seriously, do you, when you do something like that, do you do it for free, for the publicity, or do you get paid?
They actually paid us.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I mean, they had no reason to at all, believe me. Those shows were sold out before we were on the bill. They were actually makeup shows. And I'm telling you, man, they were extremely cool. We got to meet them, take pictures, all that stuff.
Do you get to hang with them, or it's not possible?
Hanging is probably not in their realm of possibility, no.
So it's just like you're still a fan.
Absolutely. You know, you get to open for them with backstage passes.
And also, you'll be at Woodstock. I just did that plug.
How's that lineup, dude?
That's going to be great. I'm going to go there, I think.
Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a show from there.
I was talking to Johnny. He said you guys might be out there. It'd be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. So,
how about Willie Nelson being there? That's going to be insane.
Yeah, I know Willie, boy. He smokes more pot than any guy on the planet.
God bless him.
I once interviewed Willie Nelson over at the E! Channel.
Yeah.
The whole hall, and I mean, they got a huge place over there. The whole hall reeked.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, it was reeking, and it was like, so Willie comes on and I go, Willie, so you're pretty high right now during this interview? He goes, no. I go, well, I smell pot all over the place. He goes, I don't know what you're smelling.
Oh, God. He'll fit right in there in Woodstock.
Oh, absolutely. So, all right. So I'm reading I don't know what I'm reading. Something on the internet. One of these things. Here's the thing it says. Madonna has a new boyfriend.
Right.
Rocker Mark McGrath of the band Sugar Ray, with whom she was canoodling with at a pre-Oscar party in L.A. Yeah, I know you're an honest guy. You're not denying this, are you?
You know I've been always extremely candid with you, right?
Yes.
And I don't want to talk about this.
Oh, so it's real?
No, I'm kidding you.
No,
I'm totally kidding you. It was the best 20 minutes I've ever spent in my life, Howard.
Well, I don't understand something. So in other words, you're not her boyfriend?
No, not at all.
You got to make out with her?
Not even get to make out with her, nothing. What happened was I met her at this party, this pre-Oscar party, like really briefly, talked to her for 25 minutes, and walked her to her car, Next thing I know, it's like, Madonna in bed with Ricky Martin and Mark McGrath,
No, but I don't understand something.
Which I support, 100%, believe me.
You didn't kiss her?
I didn't kiss her. I gave a little peck good night, and that was it.
And what did you talk about for 25 minutes? She obviously said, hey, I'm attracted to you.
No, she did not say that once.
What did she say to you?
She was just totally cool. I mean, I got introduced to her by a friend of hers and Guy. And we hung out for a little bit. I was off my head, wasted,
Right.
So I don't even know what I was saying, but it must have been working for a little bit because I heard she hates everybody,
Right. Were you drinking?
Oh, hell yeah.
I see. Smoking?
Was not smoking then.
All right. And I hear she has very bad breath. Is that true?
That would be incorrect.
All right. So, were you physically... I
know I did, though.
Well, let me ask you this. Were you physically attracted to Madonna?
She's hot. Who hasn't been?
Right. And you would have slept with her?
Absolutely.
And did you make your move on her? Did you approach her in any way?
Well, she asked me to walk to her car, and we were walking to the car, and I'm like...
Why do you think she asked you to walk you to your car?
Because she's smart.
Why? And you didn't...
I'm so stupid, too. I'm like, kill her. And I'm walking around there holding her hand. I'm like...
You were holding her hand?
Yes.
Oh.
I guess...
Mark?
Just come on, you guys. You know what I mean? Check it out.
I will do it.
Bob, I need your help, Bob.
Crack and Bob will do her.
I love Crack and Bob. I need some of his crack at the time.
Right.
No, come on now.
So you walk into the car and you're holding your hand. So obviously...
We're walking out there, and there's like a onslaught of paparazzi out there.
Right.
Something I'm just so not used to. I'm like, whoa. And so I'm walking to the car, and it was a quick kiss goodnight, and that was it. Like,
right,
not even a peck. It wasn't a kiss. No tongue, zero,
And did she give you her number?
No, not even. And she drove away by herself, which I thought was kind of bizarre.
Right.
Did you ask?
Did you ask for her number?
No, I wasn't that smooth.
Did she say anything to you like, I'm a fan, that I find you
attractive? Nothing like that, Howard.
So what did she talk to you about for 25 minutes?
The truth is so much boring in fiction. I almost don't want to talk about it because it's giving me press around the world. It was undeservedly so,
Right. So what did you talk to her about?
Really nothing really coherently. I mean, I had a few in me,
Right.
We actually boogied on the dance floor for a sec.
And you danced?
For like for like just 30 seconds, then she saw like what a mess I was on the floor and went, "Hey, I think we'll go back to the booth now."
I see. So that's the whole story.
I swear, in a nutshell.
All right, good. All right.
And Howard, you know I've been more than candid with you.
No, you have. You've been very, very good. In fact, you are always very honest and upfront about this, and you're as amazed by all this as I am.
Absolutely. It was funnier now. Around the world, it was on the front page, Madonna's new boy, and it's like, it's just so funny to see the realm of how she rolls in the world,
Right.
I mean, just the scope of, like, invasion on her life is amazing.
Well, and
like, it's funny because, I was like, I watched her in the car and I was leaving, and all those paparazzi were there, and they were trying to goading me and going, what's that about and stuff, and I was like, pretty drunk, and they started, like, testing me, and I started yelling at him, like, picking on the smallest guy. I felt like a total kook. I was not used to that sort of onslaught.
Hey, did you hear what happened with me and Julia Roberts?
No.
I got to tell you this story.
Please do.
Because you're a bright guy. You're somebody I can talk to.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you who tuned in this morning, and I realize I should really explain this. So, Robin was at an auction. Okay?
A charity thing.
Charity auction for Rett syndrome. Rett syndrome is a terrible disease that affects female babies, 18 months old. They all of a sudden come down with a muscular disease where literally they lose all control of their muscles in their body. Horrible fate. Okay. And the worst part about it is that as bad as the disease is, life expectancy is a full life. So you're with this for the rest of your life, this horrible disease. All right, so it's as bad as it gets. So Robin goes to this celebrity auction kind of thing. Julia Roberts is hosting it. She's auctioning off some schmata that she wore to some movie premiere. A dress.
Right.
And the dress isn't selling for too much. Nobody cares about it. So Robin, who is very, very generous, says, "I'll give $12,000 for the dress, Julia, if you agree to come on the Howard Stern show." Julia says, "Absolutely, I'll do it." So Robin buys the dress, which is a worthless dress.
It's worthless, yeah.
Yeah, I ripped it up this morning. So anyway, to make a long story short, we then say, okay, Julia Roberts is coming in. We talk to her people. She's going to come in. Last night, I'm sitting at home. It's late already. It's 5 o'clock at night.
Right.
All right. We've been promoting this
all week.
And I said, I was feeling kind of proud of Julia Roberts because at least she's a woman of her word.
Sure.
Feeling good. And I've met Julia a couple of times. So, we held hands, and she got in her car, and no. No, I know a friend of hers. I know a guy, actually, who used to go out with her. So I met her a couple of times. And anyway, and I know her agent and all these people. So, okay, 5 o'clock, I get a call from my producer. You still with me?
Yeah.
And he says to me, listen, Julia Roberts is saying, through her people, even though they're saying that she doesn't know anything about this, which, is completely untrue, that they won't sign our release. Our release basically says that I can run her appearance on my show.
Sure.
Okay. Which is not a big deal.
Sign those releases.
You've signed the release. I've had Mariah Carey on the show. I've had Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Me.
I've had Warren Beatty. They've all signed the release.
Big name.
All the release says is that if I put her on TV, I have a right to put her on TV.
Right.
Okay. They call up and they say, look, we're only going to allow you to run this once or twice on E. You can't run it on Saturday night show. So I hear this and I go, I'm dizzy from this crap.
Right.
I'm a tired man. I really am tired. I said, I hate being treated like a moron.
Right.
When she goes on the Barbara Walters special, she says, Barbara Walters doesn't get 2 shots on a play or a Letterman show because I got to tell you something, Mark. When I run these shows, I can't be calling Julia Roberts for permission to run my own show.
No.
All right. So I said, look, explain to her that all these big stars come on, and there's never been an issue, and I don't know what the problem is. Then hours of meetings. Then they call back. All right, we'll give you 2-year release. I said, look, this isn't a negotiation. It's my show. Right. Why would you come on my show and then tell me when I got to call you for permission? I said, please don't come on the show if that's the case. Then they call back. They say, okay, we're not coming on. Now, let me tell you something. That's treating me like a second-class citizen.
Absolutely.
I mean, really. I mean, what am I going to do with these tapes? I can't sell them. I use them on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to play them every night. And I really think that stinks to get us under the guise of charity and all this kind of thing. And then so all of a sudden go back on your word.
I'm confused by it.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. And please don't make out with her.
I shall.
I swear to God, it's easier to negotiate with Jackie and his fakakta agent than it is. And I know the agent, by the way, and she's saying, Julia doesn't know a thing about this. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Julia.
On the phone,
yeah. Why? Let me tell you something. Julia knows all about it.
That seems a bit bizarre.
Yeah, and I know Julia was listening this morning.
Yeah.
I know all about it. I know she called my friend and all this kind of stuff. And listen, I'm not going to be treated that way.
Right.
Don't come on the show. I built a career without any celebrities. I don't need celebrities. But don't yank me and make me feel like I'm an imbecile. I mean, I deserve to be treated a little better than that.
What did she say to your friend there?
Oh, how she didn't know anything about it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get to talk to my buddy. Yeah, I didn't get to hear about it. But you know what?
Then she'd be here if she didn't know anything about it. She'd say, my people are ridiculous, I'm coming in.
Right.
But, Robert, you asked her point blank, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she agreed.
Listen, when I have
A whole room full of people heard it.
I don't ask them to sign a release that says, hey, I'm going to use your image on a cereal box.
Right.
Or I'm going to... All I'm saying is, hey, I have a right to run my own television show after I interview you.
Sure.
And let me tell you something. Whether you believe it or not, I'm a gentleman. If she didn't like the interview and she came to me afterwards and said, look, I'm very embarrassed by the interview and I don't like it, I would have pulled it probably.
Anybody who knows you will vouch for that, Howard.
True.
Anybody.
Listen, what's his name? Dennis Miller was on my show years ago.
I remember that feud.
Yeah, and he didn't like... I asked him about his first wife or something. I don't know why that was bad.
The Gilbert thing.
No, it was the first wife. He said to me, can you cut out the reference to my first wife? I had recorded the show in Los Angeles. I said, sure, who cares?
Right.
I don't even care. I said, it's such a non-reference. If it really bothers you that much, fine. I mean, I don't care.
He stopped talking to us anyway.
He stopped talking to us because we called up and said we wanted to get into his son's pants. And he was only 2 years old at the time. And we ran that like crazy.
It's always something.
And I got to tell you, at this auction was, was having trouble. It was such a big deal at the auction when Julia agreed to do the show. The place went nuts.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was exciting.
I'm confused.
Why am I talking to Mark about this?
Yeah, no, you're blowing it for me, Howard.
I know.
I'm never going to make out with her now.
Hey, at least you held hands with Madonna.
There you go.
I don't understand. She asked Mark to take her out to her car. How does that happen?
I don't know.
It's such a bummer because I didn't want to talk about it because dispelling the rumor just makes it so not cool.
Were you like a bodyguard? You weren't like a date?
Especially the guy.
If I was her bodyguard, she was in trouble, believe me.
Especially the guy's so drunk. He why do you need him to walk?
Yeah, so she must have been interested.
She wanted, you know what, there's more to this story because she wanted him to get in the car with her.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, please, dude.
I couldn't even read that.
Oh.
And I blew it in the 2 minutes on the way to the car, though, I must have said something really off color.
Maybe she has a brother for you.
What's
the matter with you? But what more of a signal do you need? She's holding your hand, and she brings you to her car.
Come on.
It wasn't like that, though. I've been in that situation before, and it was different.
Maybe if she handcuffed you and threw you in the car.
You know what it is? You got intimidated.
Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah.
Madonna.
Right. Like.
You know what I mean?
Because you would have banged her, right?
I mean, I'm not stupid.
Right.
Come on.
In a way, though, it's kind of hard to perform for her because you always think she's had so much sex and
You know what are you going to do?
Well, Mark obviously crumbled under the pressure.
I mean, I would bang her just to say I did it.
It would be intimidating, though. What gets her off?
Well, I don't know.
Guard and midgets running around the room,
I think you just, you give her some good.
Like the old-fashioned kind.
You give her just a good stuff.
God could love to give, Howard.
It always freaks me out, too, that she's had, Dennis Rodman, who's so big. And even Marcus said he has a small penis.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the inch brotherhood, you know what I mean?
Right. I bet you I'm smaller than you.
I bet you're not.
When are you two going to come
You'd be Wow. Poor Mark.
I'm a tortured man as well.
Rock star with a small penis.
Yeah. Is that a bummer or what?
It is such a bummer.
I mean, imagine that reality scene.
I hear you. You might as well get married. All right, Mark.
Okay, Howard.
All right, so we're looking forward to seeing you at Woodstock. Tickets are on sale Sunday at 9 a.m. by calling Ticketmaster at 212-397-7474. And maybe me and you will hang. We'll hang with Madonna.
It's going to be a ball. See you guys out there.
Later, bro.
Bye.
Mark McGrath and Sugar Ray.